nice to see you here. So we are checking out this game today. It's an itch game called War Room by Julian H. And they are also on Discord, known as Northbot. Okay, so we're in a room. I guess we can't escape. Nope. Click the terminal to use it. Welcome to your new home. Your government has taken note of your skills, and rather than dismiss them, we have been kind enough to grant you a great task. Our military might is great, but its use has stagnated in recent years. We must have war, and once again our military will be great. The greatest power in the world. This is your great task. There's a lot of greats here. Great. With a terminal in front of you, you will plant the seeds of war. Your reward will be the privilege of living. Good luck and glory to the supreme leader. Okay, what do I do? Tab, enter. Unrecognized command. Type help for help. Oh, okay. Interesting. List displays a list of available locations to target status. Display current global events. These commands issue a payout of base plus bonus minus penalty. I hate that the hunger's going down already, and I'm like, I'm just trying to understand how to play the game. Do we die once our hunger gets down to 0? I literally don't know. Misinform country. Okay, so if you put list, we're going to find the countries. Pacifica, Oceania, Atlantica, Oceania. Status. Let's figure out the status. The world is at relative peace. Can we not just keep it like that? The population of Pacifica is a lot. Hack bonus is 29. What does that mean? What's a hack bonus? Misinformation bonus. Okay, look, it looks like we need to hack Pacifica. Leak government secrets from country 1 to country 2. Ooh. Hack. Do a mostly harmless hack. Okay, so hack Pacifica? Let's see what this does. Because they've got a bonus. Good work. You are paid 10 base. Plus 29 bonus. Woohoo! I got the food box. Ah, it's a cyber warfare game. It is! Pretty realistic with the hunger. Could be me. Your hunger goes down this quickly, Bahako? Oh gosh. Must be difficult to be you. Okay, now what do we do again? It's not list, is it? It's status? Status. I feel like we're gonna die soon. Wait, what's that noise? Are we gonna get food? Where do we get? We got like food bucks. Did they get given to us like at the door? Okay, I'll go back to terminal. It's so far away. It's so big as well. We're such a tiny person. I should try something else. But I'm worried I'm gonna be like dying soon. I'm gonna see what happens. What? You went hungry? Wait. But I was getting food bucks. How do I use them to get the food? Okay, right. Let's figure this out. Right, so we need status. Oh, if anyone wants to play this like with me, feel free. The link is pinned in the chat. How does the penalty work? I don't know. I don't know. There was a 2 penalty there. I don't know why. Good question. And I have no idea what this food box does, because it doesn't seem to make my hunger go up. Or is it? Maybe it's delaying? Maybe it's delaying? Don't know. Pacifica is upset with Oceania. Okay, so let's do the misinform. Or leak. Leak. Pacifica with Oceania. Is that how I do it? Oh. I put a bloody hash. Flawless execution. Thank you. Do you see the food box like doing anything with my hunger? Because it's still going down. It's still upset with Oceania. So maybe we could... What does the misinform do again? Spread misinformation. Okay, so maybe we can like misinform Pacifica? Cool, now what? It's still upset. It doesn't seem... The news never seems to change. Weird. Leak bonus of Sophistica. Can't speak. Pacifica. So, wait. Was it misinform, isn't it? Spread misinformation within a country. Leak from country 1 to country 2. So, but I thought that would make a difference. I thought if I went leak Pacifica to Oceania, because they're already, you know, a bit wary of them. Okay, seriously, I need some food. Like, food! Oh my god! I got it. I don't know what that was. I think it was just like an uncooked piece of chicken, but at least I got some food. So yeah, there's the little hunger bar there, and I guess I've just got to do a bunch of stuff. It would be nice to know like how many food bucks do I need to be given the food, you know? And the status never seems to change. Pacifica is just always upset with Oceania. We have these like bonuses, so I guess you just like make use of those if you want to, so we could hack Oceania. And then, well, maybe I can like leak Oceania to Pacifica. So why was that a flawless execution versus my hacking of Oceania just being good work? Like, is it just different ways of saying good job, or is it... I don't really understand. I don't know why I'm doing these things. I understand there's the bonuses, but why? Like, what is the intent behind it? The leak bonus of... Okay, so let's do... leak Atlantica to Pacifica. My food has been delivered. Oh my god. Food. Also, we move so slow. I feel like I could die on my way to getting food. Hey, Sunbrags. You have the full Adobe collection. What you talking about? You did about 3 things before you got delivered the food, so maybe each 100 food bucks rewards. Let's have a look at this. Let's see. Let's see if 100 is it. You might be right. So, what am I trying to do here? Oh, okay. Pacifica's upset with Oceania. Oceania's upset with Pacifica and Atlantic. Oh. There's a lot of people upset with Pacifica. But why? What did I do to create that? I did leak Atlantica's information with Pacifica, and I think I did the same actually with Oceania, so maybe that's probably why. So let's start maybe misinforming. You are alone. Why did it say you are alone at the bottom? Did it always say you are alone? Is this starting to change? Is the story starting to change? Misinform . Pacifica. And now, so I want to misinform Pacifica, and I want to hack Atlanta because it's got a good bonus. I just kind of wish I wasn't doing this based on the bonuses. I wish I was kind of like being a bit more tactful, but I'm finding it difficult with the hunger bar going down so fast. And with, I feel like I've still got a lack of knowledge of like what the fuck is happening. What is happening? So let's misinform Oceania. Fuck it. I do love their chicken tenders. VFC deliver vegan fried chicken. Wait, what? Where? Where? Oh, is that a chain? What is that? What are you talking about? Don't turn around. No, fuck off. Oh, this is cool. This is cool. Chat, things are happening. Okay, okay, okay. It says you're alone. Don't turn around. Okay, okay. This is cool. I like this. I did turn around though. Nothing happened. Atlantica is upset with Pacifica. Atlantica is upset with. There is a civil discontent within. Ooh. Okay, misinform Oceania. See, I kind of wish I was just making my decisions based on the news. Oh, what? Wait. Why am I seeing I'm going insane? That's what's happening. I'm going insane. The computer's going all wibbly bibbly wobbly. Hack Oceania. Never liked that nightclub anyway. You won't really know what I'm saying unless you're English and of a certain age, I think. Let's, was it leak? Don't turn around. I will. Every time you tell me to turn around, you know I'm going to turn around. What? It's gone black and white now. Civil disconsent. Okay. Let's hack Atlantica. Thank you. Let me have my lovely meal of mashed potatoes. Crunchy mashed potatoes. It's tough enough to make milkshake. Okay, again, we're gonna hack Atlantica because they have a really high bonus. Oh, hack Pacifica as well. Recognize command. And we're going to misinform Oceania. Excellent job. What is the other one? Leak? I think it's leak, isn't it? Leak Atlantica. To who should we leak them to? Pacifica. What else should we do? Wow, Jinx. What? Wait, what are you wearing to? Was it my amazing singing? Turn around every now and then. I get a bit lonely or hungry in that game. What? What are you chatting about? Anyway. Thank you. I do feel like I can kind of just do any of these commands and I'm gonna get food eventually anyway. So I'm loving the insanity part, but I kind of wish that I felt like the decisions that I'm doing just had a little bit more, but were more informed. Just more informed decisions, you know, based on the news. Oh no, I feel like the news is getting better. Shit. This is the opposite of what I want in real life. Hey buddy fighter, good morning to you. Thank you so much for the subscription. I really appreciate it. Welcome. We're trying to start war from behind the computer screen. Lovely, lovely start to the day, isn't it? And I'm just gonna try and do it based on the news and like forget about the point system because I want it to feel more meaningful. Murder? I am a murderer. It is wild, like, if doing this and not actually seeing any death count or anything. Isn't that it? Oh god. And then I think we should hack Atlanta because they're upset with, oh my gosh, a lot of things, and maybe they'll think it's one of the countries they don't like. And then we're going to leak Atlanta to Who? I don't know, Oceana or something. And let's misinform Oceana. Make them go even more crazy. Oh gosh, I'm going. Everything's a bit wobbly in here. So the light, it suddenly went black and white for a little bit, didn't it? And now it's starting to go a lot more red. Murder. Yes, I know, I'm murdering. This TV is huge. There are civil discontent within Oceania and Atlantica. Atlantica hates everything. Okay, so let's do leak. Let's get Pacifica into this with like one of the other people. What happens here? Like, what does this mean? Does it mean that my insanity went way too low? I don't know. I don't know. Leak Pacifica with Atlantica and hack Oceana. What do you think, chat? What do you think just happened there when it kind of like restarted, but it didn't restart and everything went black and white? Did my insanity go down? What happened? Your food has been delivered. I wish I could like grab the people who give me the food, and then you find out there's a whole nother game. Like this was just the start. Like in what's the game I'm thinking of? Is it Prey? You know? And this is just the loop of the beginning of the game. And then if you manage to like get them as they're just about to bring you food, the game actually starts. And it's all about you like being in this like test facility or like behind in this like war room, and then you're trying to find your way out of it and stop the people behind this group of people like making war. Anyway, meanwhile, my developer brain wonders if you can have 2 meals on the floor. True that. Let's have a look and see then. Okay, don't turn around. I wish something would happen sometimes when I turn around. What happened? See, what do you think's happening here, chat? I'm gonna see if I can get more than one food. I'm just having a targeted attack on Atlantica here. No, you can only have one at a time. Boo. Oh, by the way, I should actually let you know there is no ending to this game, so maybe this is just an infinite loop of insanity. Maybe that's what happens when we get respawned in a grey room. Maybe that was supposed to be like the ending scene, or like another section to it that didn't get time to be made, because this game was made for a horror game jam. So perhaps that's what is happening. The population count is going down. Bellini, first time chatter. You are so right, it is. Honestly, wasn't even thinking about that. Be nice if there was a little bit more like obvious about what was going on. I don't know how. Just something to make you feel more the weight of your actions, but I guess that's the point, isn't it? I mean, it would be really cool, this being the start of a game, and you do all this stuff, and then you come out and you see the repercussions from what you've just been doing on the stupid screen for ages, and then you're like, oh crap. That would be very cool. Maybe this is just an infinite loop of insanity. Ah, welcome to life. Bad game, we wanted to prepare a feast. Is this a new game or is it based on some retro vintage game? Looks like it could have been done on a mainframe computer. I believe it's completely new. You can check out the game on itch. Do you see there's a tiny little bar next to the hunger level? I think that's insanity, but I'm not sure. It doesn't show all of the time, so it is a little confusing. But the bar is gone now by the hunger bar. It's very difficult to see. It was overlapping it quite a bit, so I couldn't tell. There was definitely another bar up there by the hunger bar, but it was overlapping the hunger pie chart. So yeah, it was difficult. I think it was to do with your sanity, but it was just very difficult to see. The population of Oceania is 0. We've killed Oceania. I wonder what happens if we do that to everyone. Why are we still getting, why do we still get bonuses of like misinformation, hack, leak of Oceania, even though Oceania's population is 0? That makes no sense to me. They should be out of the game now, right? Surely. I wonder if you could just literally do this. Just break it. Just keep doing the same thing over and over. I think you can. But, okay, that's me being an asshole. I won't do that. The premise is cool. It's scary. It's scary. But I think it's the civil discontent. Atlantica is upset with Oceania. Well, why? The population of Oceania is 0. And I also wonder what influences the news. I'm sorry, I'm getting bunged up. What influences the news cycles, like of the discontent? Is it random? Or is it like the actions that I do? It seems to me to be random. But it would be very, very cool if, like, obviously if I had, like, leaked Pacifica to Atlanta. And then the next time that there was news that, like, Pacifica was wary or discontent with Atlantica because they were like, they've got our news, you know? I'm so sorry, I'm getting all bunged up now. Is there anything else that I can do? Hack, misinform, and oh, and they give you different base pays. So I get more payment for misinforming than the leaking. But yeah, I think that's the full gameplay loop as it stands. I don't think we've missed anything. I would love to see this game like with a bit more polish. It's a very simple premise. I do really like the idea of being stuck in this ominous room with nothing to do apart from this terminal, which is really cool. I also really want something to happen when you turn around, when the computer says don't turn around. I really want something to happen. But yeah, I feel like I want more immediate feedback. Well, it doesn't have to be immediate, but like feedback to signify that what I've been doing, you are alone. That what I've been doing has actually been making an impact on the news cycle, like the news and what happens. It would be cool maybe if the news was on a separate screen. So maybe you were looking, you could look from two, like there was a news cycle happening over here. It could be just text, or it could be like looping imagery or something. And then you could like go back and forth from seeing like real-time information of like the world versus what you're doing here on the computer. Could be a day cycle, a little bit like the King's Sandwich game that we played, where you make certain decisions based on the news of that day, and then you see the news the next day, and maybe it's changed based on like who you decided to leak info from. That could be really cool. And also I would love something to happen. I don't know, actually. I do think it's interesting that Oceania's still there with a population of 0, and then like it took me a few goes to be like, oh wait, it's 0 now, because that's how little it matters. So it would be cool to maybe keep that in some capacity, like Oceania's 0, but you don't realize until like you bother to take a look, because your job is so far. It's so far from the implications of your actions that you don't even realize these things. Like I think that's a really kind of a pivotal part of this game. It feels like, to me anyway, that's something that's sticking with me. But yeah, it is strange that we can still hack Oceania. It would be cool if like we tried to hack Oceania, but because it's got like a population of 0, we realize we don't get any payment from it or something, and maybe that's like that would be an initiative for us to go, or a reason for us to be like, wait, why didn't we get paid for that? Oh shit, we've killed Oceania. Okay, whoopsie doopsies, you know. But yeah, I think ultimately it's a very interesting and simple idea, and I love that you do start to go insane, because of course there's a mental health element to war, even if you're just behind a screen. It's very unique and very cool, and I like it. But I do wish that the insanity kind of like bled out of the computer screen just a little bit more, you know. But yeah, Moscato could even maybe shove a newspaper in with the food. Oh, great idea. I love that. Yeah, absolutely. Like getting something from the world outside of your little box, and then realizing like, oh shit, I am actually making a difference, and not in a great way. Also, what are these bangs? They're so unnerving, but I do like them. There's also a lot of other insanity things you could do, like messing up your typing. Oh, true. I wonder, like, you could make it a whole narrative thing just on the computer, where maybe someone from Oceania hacks into your computer and you start talking with them, and maybe you can side with the hacker and like help them in a way, or, you know, have to make decisions over like, am I gonna go hungry and help this country to like survive a little bit more, or am I just gonna go and like kill everyone and make sure that I get my food? Because by now I understand the format, and it's pretty easy for me to get food, you know, so it's not that difficult. So if something did come in to throw a spanner in the works, and maybe I start to work against my situation, it could work. I definitely want to go deep into the representation of insanity, especially in such a simple game. Yes, exactly, DC Bradshaw. I think there's a lot of like very simple things you could do, but this game has already showed you very easy ways of doing it, like just adding extra text on the screen, or, you know, a little bit of visual drunkenness, as you said, definitely. Or maybe a way for the co-worker in a room next door to communicate with you. Oh, yes. Like there's a grate or something. Or maybe there's like a knock that happens at a certain time of the day. It would be nice to have a clock, perhaps. Something that just shows you the passing of time. But then also maybe the idea is that you're in here and you have no idea what the time is. But, you know, maybe there is like a certain knocking or something that happens, and then you can like knock back. Some sort of communication in that way. Yeah, just to know that you're not entirely alone. And that would be really creepy, especially when you're seeing the text on the screen as well. You're like, who is this? Is this in my head, or is this someone actually hacking into my computer and telling me that I'm being watched? Like, that'd be fucking freaky. Yes, I love these ideas. If there was a narrative, you receiving messages would be great, especially if they later revealed it was all a hallucination. Yeah, like all in your head, and that was your only way of kind of being able to do such an awful thing, and justifying it in your head of like, I'm trying to save them, and I'm helping this person who's hacked into my computer, but actually that's not even real. It's just your brain trying to save yourself from feeling all of the guilt and letting that destroy you. Ooh, yes. See, this is what's so great about indie games. Even if they're like unfinished game jam games or whatever, they can start really interesting conversations and spark a lot of creativity. So this is really cool. There's Milgram experiment stuff you could do to give you feedback on the horrors you are inflicting. What's Milgram experiment? What do you mean by that, DC Bradshaw? If I wonder if you could make further objects and views look scary, but morph back into normal things. Yes, like these dark corners. Exactly. I should probably get some more food. I'm gonna die. But these dark corners, it just makes me remember like Hereditary, and there was in that film. If you haven't watched it, I'm not gonna spoil it too much for you. But look at the corners of the film because there's always dark figures. 1,390 days. That's a long time that we were in there for. But yeah, there was always dark figures in the corners and in the background that you might not notice on first or even second watches sometimes. And that was like super creepy to me, that you would just be able to not see them. And yeah, that would be really cool to put in this game. Like you turn around and maybe you see something in the corner or in your peripheral vision. Actually, if you could have peripheral vision while you're on the computer as well, you can see fuzzy things around the edges. And that would be really cool. I'd really like that. And then you might see something in your peripheral, but then when you actually like click out of the computer, like you don't see anything, because you're actually focusing. That would be cool. It would be so cool to find a way to leave the door, and then you realize like, oh my god, there's more to this game. Like this would be a really good start to like a psychological war-based dark adventure or like horror game. Yeah, it would be very cool. Some of the game jam games I made, I was tempted to expand them but ran out of motivation. Yeah, that's totally understandable, Debug. Yeah, I'm not saying like this has to be expanded upon. I'm just saying it's games like these, even if they're unfinished, you can see the initial premise and the idea and the uniqueness of it and like what works and what could elevate it. And that doesn't mean that this game needs to be worked on more. Of course, that's completely up to the developers. But it just allows us to have really interesting creative conversations about what games are and what games could be. And yes, the potential for them. Exactly, Debug. Exactly. And also sometimes once you lose motivation for a game, it might just mean that you need to take a few like months or even a few years away from it. But then having conversations like this or being inspired by other things could actually bring you back to working on the game. So you never know what's going to happen. The Milgram experiment. Okay, so the Milgram experiment is the experiment that they did where you had to press a button that supposedly shocked the person in another room, and a supervisor keeps telling the person, I learned about this in psychology. Sorry. A supervisor keeps telling the person to up the voltage to lethal levels to see if the people will just follow orders, if they'll walk away. And in reality, no one is getting shocked. It's just an act of making people sounds. Yes, and most of them did it, didn't they? They put the shocks up to lethal measures just because an authority figure was asking them to do so, which is like so scary. So bad. But yeah, luckily nobody got hurt. But yes, exactly, it's things like that because you're not seeing the immediate pain that you're inflicting, you're not seeing the outcome, but they were hearing it, so there was a little bit feedback for them at least. Bye, thanks so much for coming.